everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Tell Me About Your Dog, the show with one simple purpose: to hear all about your dog and what makes him special. Hi, I'm Sam. I'm a CVT here in the sunny state of Florida, a pet insurance advocate, and a lover of all things senior pets. I have a very special guest with me today. He is a veterinary surgeon, a husband, both a human and dog dad. Please welcome Dr. Garcia to the show. Dr. Garcia, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Smooth work day?
Yes.
Good, good. Well, let's start with a little bit about you. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your background.
Well, I'm originally from Puerto Rico. I'm born and raised over there. I afterwards went to undergrad in North Carolina, did a year of research in Alabama, and then I went to Ross University in the Caribbean in St. Kitts, and then graduated from veterinary school there. Did a year of emergency, then did 2 years of general practice, surgical internship, and then I've been just doing surgery alone for the past 6 years now. So,
Did you always want to be a vet?
yes. Well, I originally thought I was going to be a mechanic till I was like 12 or 13. And then this dog came into my life that kind of made me realize that I wanted to just fix dogs. It's just something that really made me having, just having him and just saying I have the capacity with my hands to be able to fix dogs and cats. That was something that I really was all of a sudden became very passionate about.
Fixing dogs, fixing cars, they kind of go hand in hand. When you go to a mechanic,
Yes,
when you go to the
absolutely.
vet, it's
Yeah.
kind of similar.
Yeah, it is similar.
Open
it
up
is.
the hood, see what's inside. Open up the dog, see what's inside.
Correct.
See what's wrong, fix it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I love that. So you do a ton of different emergency orthopedic surgeries. Do you have a specific surgery that's your favorite to do?
Well, it's the one I do the most is the TPLOs, which is ACL repairs, and then fracture repairs. I love fracture repairs. There's something really nice about, again, like I said, with fixing something with my hands, but having like a puppy or something with a fracture, and then it's kind of like a puzzle. You fix it, you put the plate and screws, and if it looks good and they can walk again, then I enjoy that a lot.
You love the orthopedics.
Yes, I do.
I love that. Well, fun fact, Dr. Garcia actually did knee surgeries on one of my family dogs, a little Maltese named Bailey, who I'm sure we will talk about more about in future episodes. Bailey, like many small dogs, had bilateral medial luxating patellas from a young age. And after one wrong jump off the bed, she was non-weight bearing on one of her back legs, and it was surgically repaired. About a year later, we did the other one. Same thing happened as it typically does. They rupture the second one after the first. Can you explain to the listeners what a medial luxating patella is and how often do you see them in small dogs?
Yes. So it's a very common issue that we see in small dogs. Basically, just like humans, we have our kneecaps. And the kneecaps typically live in a gutter on the femur, so which is your thigh bone. And for some reason, it's kind of like a developmental thing. Those kneecaps are actually slipping out towards the inside. That's what's called medial towards the middle. So that can be painful. That can cause issues and actually predispose, like what happened for your dog, that actually they can have ACL tears as well afterwards. So that's typically what the situation is.
And is it pretty common in most small breed dogs?
It is very common. It can happen in large breed dogs as well, but in little dogs, very common.
Mm-hmm. Now, your wife, Dr. Kimmy, is also a veterinarian.
Correct.
How do you guys juggle between your work schedule, her work schedule, and then the kids, the dogs, cars, your hobbies, friends, family? How do you guys juggle your schedules?
Well, it's a teamwork approach. Luckily, we have 2 kids, so it's like, she has one, I have one. We're taking care of it. As long as we're working as a team, we're able to make that happen. We both like to go work out, so it's you get your workout done, it's your turn. I take care of both kids. She does her workout. The other way around, I do it myself. For example, if the kids wake up in the middle of the night, that's her job. That's my job. They wake up early in the morning, that's her job. So we have everything like that we kind of have our roles of what we're going to do for each thing and just work as a team for a relationship.
Yeah, you guys are the poster for teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, it's important.
That's awesome. Well, the real reason we're all here, we talk about dogs all day long, but specifically, tell me about your dog.
Well, I have 2 dogs, but my older dog, Wesson, he's 7.5-year-old male Doberman. And interesting, I never had a Doberman before, but I was always interested about the breed. It's a large breed, but very, very friendly dogs. And I actually have fallen in love with Doberman specifically because prior to only me doing surgery, we had a Doberman that in one of the clinics I was working at that had cancer. And he would come and do chemo with us. And I think probably every 3 weeks we would do chemo. And he would just come hang out with me at the office, get the treatment and just hang out with me the rest of the day. The sweetest dog, and I fell in love with the breed, and then we got Wesson. We found him on Craigslist actually. Somebody had returned him to the people that were breeding. I guess they got scared because it was going to be a very big dog, and we're like, sure. Well, we saw that they were like, well, we want this dog to almost give him away, and we brought him home, and the rest is history. Fell in love with him.
Well,
Great
better
dog.
home than two veterinarians.
Yeah. So he has a good life. He's with us. He goes on the boat. Loves the beach. Loves our family.
Aw.
Yeah.
How's he do with your boys?
He does pretty well. He's a good protector. They yank on his ear or whatever. Although of course we're correcting that, but he's patient and very loving.
Aw.
Yeah.
And he actually has a little bit of a job with you.
That is correct. He's our backup blood donor. So for example, if I have a not only do I do orthopedics, but I also do a little bit of spine surgery, but also soft tissue surgery, so abdominal surgeries. For example, sometimes we're taking out a liver lobe, or we're doing some like kidney surgery, things like that that can all of a sudden very quickly we can have a lot of blood loss. We need a blood donor. So on occasions like that, sometimes I will bring him with me. He'll just hop in the car with me. We'll go wherever hospital I'm working that day. He'll stay with me, and if we need a blood transfusion or something, he's always ready.
And
So
he's probably just ready to go. Loves being around all the people.
yeah, he is, and he's a very good patient. Like if we need to draw blood from him or anything like that, he just lets it happen. So he's a
Awesome.
good guy for that.
Yeah. Well, let's talk a little bit about blood donating in dogs because we know the ins and outs of it. We see it all the time, but not many people outside of the vet world know much about blood donations or really that's even a thing in dogs.
Mhm.
So first off, what are the requirements for a dog to be a blood donor?
Well, of course, it's important that they're taking their heartworm preventatives, that they're healthy. In case of my dog being a Doberman, we had to also check him for something called Ball-Willebrand's disease, which is a clotting issue. Because of course, if you're giving blood to another dog, you don't want to have an issue that they can hemorrhage from the blood you just gave him, or anything like that. So he's tested for that, and he's in good way and good health, and the main things are that basically.
Good health, good blood.
Yeah, they don't have any parasites or heartworm or anything like
Yeah.
that. You're gonna give to another dog that is actually in a critical state, obviously.
Right. Just like people, you need healthy blood donors to
Correct.
give to not so healthy patients.
Yes.
Yeah. How long has he done the blood donating for?
I think the first time I think we might have used him when he might have been like 2 years old. So we just have him on standby for whenever. Yeah. Yeah. He's 7.5. So yeah.
It's awesome. So if people are interested in seeing if their dog is eligible to be a blood donor, where would you direct
I would
them to
contact the
go?
clinics, specifically more like the specialty clinics that are going to be encountering that kind of situation where they need blood. So probably would be those places. And I think some places do have some kind of arrangement that they potentially do, like give you some special price on things and things like that.
Yeah, Blue Pearl
courtesy.
has their own blood donor program.
There we go. Yeah.
Specifically, yeah. So you can sign your dogs up to be a blood donor for Blue Pearl if you're here in the Tampa Bay area. They're everywhere. University of Florida also does have one. And then newly Veterinary Emergency Group has started
Excellent.
doing some blood donating as well. So definitely a couple of good places to check out if you're ever interested in seeing if your dog is a blood donor. Well, back to Dobies. Personally, Dobies are my favorite breed, and I'm so
Good
happy
choice.
that they're your favorite breed as well.
Yes.
We love them. But we see a lot of different breeds in the hospital. So I want to finish off with a quick game of dog breed superlatives. So I'm going to name a superlative, and I want you to give me the dog breed that would win the award.
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, most likely to eat something they shouldn't.
Labrador.
All day, every day. Loudest snores.
Frenchie or English Bulldog.
Most likely to bark at nothing.
A Chihuahua.
Yeah. Most dramatic.
Huskies.
Huskies.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Most likely to fake an injury just for attention.
Fake an injury for attention. It's gonna be a small little dog. I don't know, like a Pomeranian or
Yeah,
something.
something with an attitude.
Yes.
Most likely to trip their owner on purpose.
My dogs, when you take them out running, they're just gonna be jumping in front. So I'll say a Doberman is something big and just clumsy.
It's less about purposely wanting to trip you. It's just whatever is
They're clumsy. Big dogs
Yep,
are just
whatever's
longer.
going. They're
Yes,
out of
for
there.
sure.
Nothing gets in their way. Best I didn't do it face.
I have to do the face you're saying?
No, the dog breed.
Oh.
The
Best
dog breed
idea.
that gives you that face.
My own dog too. They'll go and scared and just go run in the cage. I didn't do
The
it.
Dobies get so sad too because they pull their ears back and they
Yes.
just look at you, their nose, just all nose looking directly at you, like, I'm sorry.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Best snugglers.
Best snugglers. Something hairy. Something nice and hairy, I would say.
Maybe like a doodle
A
of
doodle.
some sort.
Doodles are definitely
Yeah.
a good one. Yes.
A doodle
My sister
when
has
they're-
2 doodles, and absolutely, they're very good snugglers.
When they're done bouncing off the walls
Yes.
and they get tired, then they're good snugglers.
Yeah, for sure.
Most loyal breed.
I'm gonna say something like a German Shepherd or something like that. Those police dogs, they'll do anything for their owners.
Mhm.
So
It's impressive, those
recognize that.
handlers.
Yes,
I've
absolutely.
worked with a couple police dogs over the years, and they are so loyal to their handlers. The second their handler moves in a different direction, they are on it.
They're unshakable.
They are. Biggest couch potatoes.
Going back to Labradors.
Biggest eaters and biggest couch potatoes go to the Labradors.
Well, yeah, or something like like a Mastiff or something like that. Or big
Something
couch
big.
potatoes and
Most patient with kids.
going back to Golden Retrievers and Labradors as well.
Yeah.
They're great dogs. I highly recommend for families. Like
Oh yeah.
that.
Golden Retrievers are great family
Yeah.
dogs.
hmm
Best gentle giant.
Oh, Great Danes.
That's what I was thinking
Absolutely.
too.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, I've seen some mastiffs who aren't so gentle,
Yeah,
but
Great Danes. Yeah, they're sweet.
they don't know their own size.
Yes, and very clumsy. What we were saying.
Yes.
So I've actually scratched out doormats. Yeah, Great Danes, super clumsy. They'll trip on anything.
Especially when they're puppies and they haven't grown into their legs
They
yet.
don't even understand how big those legs are, for sure.
It's like a newborn giraffe. They're just falling everywhere.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, last one. Most likely to fail out of obedience school.
I would say initially, like German Shepherd, like a Malinois, you need to know exactly what you're doing with those dogs, because they either you're doing the right thing with them, or they're gonna be doing whatever they want with you, for sure.
Well, half
So
of
Malinois,
obedience
yeah.
training is training the humans. So I
Yeah.
think the dog picks up on that and they're like, okay, let me see what I can get away with.
Yeah, so for sure Malinois will be the one. I would say.
Very, very smart dogs. Very, very smart dogs. Well, Dr. Garcia, you are a wealth of knowledge, and I appreciate you coming on the show today. Please be sure to follow the show on Spotify and YouTube, and follow Tell Me About Your Dog podcast on Instagram, where I would love to hear your stories and topics you want to talk about. And Dr. Garcia, where can they find you to find your stories?
Thank you. THE.traveling.doctor, DOGTOR. So you can follow me there, post some of the cool cases that I do. And if you need me to contact for anything, for surgery research, anything like that, I'm more than happy to talk to you guys there as well.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you again for coming on.
Thank
And
you for
until
having
next
me.
time, I will see you all soon.